biology.
Oh, how was your day?
It was a long, repetitive day.
What'd you do?
I dropped out 3.
The first subject I had today was math, and oh my goodness, we had to write a math test first thing in the morning. My brain wasn't functioning properly at 8 a.m., but I still wrote it. My class is a split class, meaning that I have both grade 11s and 12s. The younger students left to go to work in the library on an assignment while we wrote our tests. We do the same for them when they have a test. I guess you can say we're a mix of people that gives each other respect. Usually, our desks are arranged to our liking. The eager students in the front, the pair of girls who likes to gossip in the middle, and the guys who constantly checks their phone in the back. However, we had to write a test, so we cannot sit in our parallel houses looking arrangement that kind of intertwines about a common axis. We had to make 2 rows, kind of like a ladder. Before the test began, our teacher, Miss Helicase, had to split our rows from each other to assure that there will be no cheating. After that, the student teacher came around and handed us our test paper. Once we got our test paper, we could not get up and move. After completing our test, our teacher called the librarian in the library if he could lead her students to the classroom. Not that she doesn't trust them going by themselves, but everyone in her class needs supervision because she feels she has a responsibility to do so. The librarian, Mr. Dinushi, came and brought back the rest of the class and placed them in their correct seats according to the seating plan. To make sure everyone was in the right place, Mr. Dinushi also double-checked everyone's seating. After he had left, we decided to arrange our desks back to the way they were prior to the test and carried on with a new math lesson. But really, after the test, everybody was looking forward to recess break. It's a 10-minute break where we can mingle or stress out. Then the bell rang and I had English.
Oh, I was there too!
Wait, just let me finish.
So the first thing that happened before you came in was everyone chilling out and mingling. And then we suddenly had to rearrange our desks. Just like in math class, we had to make 2 rows with our desks, making a ladder shape. Our student teacher came again and handed out silent reading books to us. Subsequently, our skills teacher, Mr. Armorays, brought in the mini school students and placed them with the students whose needs will be complemented with their help. Once that was all done, we began silent reading. As soon as silent reading was over, the mini school students left our classroom and we all arranged our desks back to our liking.
And that was pretty much the highlight of my day. Hey, where did you guys go after you left the classroom?
How about I draw it for you?
Okay.
After we left your class, we had PE, and we played this game called Translabali. The objective of the game is for the correct sequence of students to collect the correct amount of balls. In this game, students will form groups of 3. Each group can be either in the Cedon or the Adon group. Each individual group has its own team name as well. There are certain teams that must go in a specific order. For example, there's Team Prima who must go first. Also, there are teams Duo, Tertia, and Finem who must go last respectively. There are 2 benches in the game, one wider than the other. The wider bench is placed further up, and the thinner bench is just below. The Cedon groups stand on the thinner bench and the Adon groups gets to stand on the wider bench. Between and around the 2 benches, there are 2 different playing fields called the A zone and the P zone. what happens is the seed-on groups will be standing on the thinner bench in their correct order. Then, Team Prima from the A-Don group will initiate the game. The group of 3 will be carrying a ball and first have to get through the A zone and then the P zone. As the first A-Don reaches the P zone, the second team from the A-Dons, also carrying a ball, will come out and go to the now empty A zone. They will be face to face with the first group from the C-Don team. That team will then come up face to face with the next team in line from the C-Don group. Team Prima will high-five with the corresponding C-Don team and pass its balls to the next group A-Don team, Duo. Prima will jump off its spot and Duo will take its spot in the P zone while Team C-Don shifts off the bench. The third A-Don team, Tertia, will now take the A zone spot. Eventually, Tertia will gain the 2 balls that Duo had. Duo will then move off its bench along with the corresponding C-Don. This process will repeat until it reaches the final 2 teams. Team Venom and from A-Don will receive all the balls and throw them in a bin, and the game is complete as the balls coil and fold to fit in the bin.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.